Huh? What's wrong? Oh yeah, yo, we live, yo man. It's your boy Hollywood since
Wow.
so, you know what I mean. You know, we in the building. This is what it sound like. Volume trace, track trace. You know what I mean? You know, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei. You just saw me on that Welcome to Hollywood episode in Nintendo 64 tier list we just did. You know what I mean? So, make sure you go check that joint out. You know what I mean? We had a lot of classic games on that joint. You know what I mean? Every game that's supposed to be an S tier made it an S tier. You know what I mean? Especially GoldenEye. So, you know what I mean? So, make sure you go check that out. You know what I mean? Then we'll be back in 2 weeks. Welcome to Hollywood again, Saturday morning cartoon tier list. So, we're going to do that for you. But yeah, that's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow us Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? That's the Blurred Cartel. I mean, you follow them. But what it sound like, Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. Make sure you hit that up. I mean, subscribe to that YouTube channel, please. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Instagram page. Follow the Twitter. Like the Facebook page. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and do that for me. You know what I mean? And also follow the Blurred Beats Instagram page. You know what I mean? We got some good content going up there. Blurred Beats. Make sure you follow us. And, it's your boy, Hollywood Sensei. You see the name, Ice Spice Ghost Rider. We in the building. You know what I mean? We got my boy Zell. We got Molly. We got Con, man. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh, yeah, it was good to be here another week. You know what I mean? Another week, another album review. You know what I mean? Another current event.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? With the gang. What's up with y'all?
So with it, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy the comment, KHAM, swear man, .5. You know that's the Bay. Catch me Universal Base. Catch me on What It Sound Like podcast where you get your best reviews and interviews. You feel me? Let's get it.
Man, you see, I mean, we going to get into it today. We got some album reviews. We got a nice discussion to talk about. Shot. You see the title, Streams and Nightmares. We going to get into it. You know what I mean? So,
Good job.
it's a little play on, you know what I mean?
Good job, y'all. Yeah.
You know how I do sometimes.
You know what it is.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Let's get right into it with the currents. You know what I mean? One of the biggest current events, I forgot, StreamYard wouldn't let me upload it because they said I got too many pictures in here that I got to delete. But one of the things was the whole, I just want to get your opinion before we move on. The whole Brian McKnight, or Brian, whatever his name is now, fiasco.
Wow.
He changed his name.
Wow.
I mean, to distance himself from his first batch of children. You know what I mean? I don't know the beef he has with his kids. I need to do more research on why he hates his children so much. But, you know what I mean? He changed his name. So, Brian McKnight Jr. is really Brian McKnight. You know what I mean? He's not a junior. He's really the Brian McKnight. You know what I mean? I'm just, so I'm just saying.
Pretty sure Mallory know all about it. What happened?
Is this super petty like Molly? I need you. You gotta shed light on this.
Petty Queen, let's go.
Brian McKnight is a garbage person who has essentially disowned at least the first set of kids, as you said.
The first set.
The first batch. That was his starter family. And they didn't really work out. He was, as I understand it, not a very good father to them. So when he eventually left their mother for the next batch of kids that he fostered, or with the new lady.
Batch is crazy.
Batch is crazy.
He would talk about his new batch of children, the 2.0 family, as though
crazy.
That was really the true family that he had always wanted. Perhaps that has a lot to do with the second wife's being of, I believe, Pacific Islander. So we're talking, lighter skin, long, looser hair.
She had a badge on.
The children also, reflect her in that way. So maybe it's that thing of he's, you know, he prefers the lighter of his children. They're prettier, they're more successful, they're more in line. That's why he wanted to name his second batch like the real Brian McKnight. It's like if you watch The Office and there's a scene where Andy talks about having been named after his father for the first like 4 or 5 years of his life, and then a brother was born, and they were like, and they just felt he better exemplified the name, so they changed my name to Andy, which was like the name of the milkman or something. Like they just completely disregarded him in favor of the next kid. Brian McKnight is that, and he makes a public effort to like talk shit about his children, the ones that are old enough to see it, because the new ones are the first batch, because they also be online.
The bad batch, if you will.
They be talking about how he's a shitty fucking dad, and the new family is, you know, their babies, and they're just out here being light skinned and pretty. So that's his favorite. Bad on him all around.
Was a colorist. That's what it is?
That's what we're going for. Yeah. Very much prefer.
Man, shout out to the Bad Batch McKnights. You know what I mean? I'm on y'all side, the Bad Batch. I'm on y'all side because I don't know why y'all dad hate y'all so much. You know what I mean? I'm gonna figure out why that nigga hate y'all. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I'm gonna do my own research. I'm gonna try to get y'all back together because this is crazy. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't got nothing else in the world, all you got is family. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, goddamn, Brian. Shit. If you ain't want to have the kids, you should have pulled out. You know what I mean? Goddamn. You know what I mean? Or at least what you know, Magnums don't cost that much. You can get them at the Chinese store for $1.25, my brother. Like, you know what I mean? Go to your local gas station. They got a 3-pack for about $7.99. But yeah, man. Current events. So all right. DJ Envy, right? I don't listen. My man is involved in some type of Ponzi Rico case, whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, the lawyer just says, you know, she got off the phone with DJ Envy's lawyer, who says Envy is one of Cesar Pena's Ponzi scheme victims. You know, she said,
"Nah, he's right.
No, that's what I figured. I figured from the beginning, Envy had. He put his money in and lost it. And so in order to try to recoup some of it back, now he has partnered to be a face of Caesar's horrible scam. I'm glad our good sis Megan strapped on her business bob and went back to the court because she said, well, I'm not really covering the Envy thing. There's enough, you know, entertainment journalists on it. And Black Twitter was like, anyway, see you down at the courthouse, girl. We hope to hear the report soon. And she said, okay, well, they ask and I answer. So she went down there and did all of her good work. Thank you, Megan, again. And DJ Envy deserves what he gets. And so worse for Caesar. Yes.
Listen, shout out. You either got a fuck ass bob or you got a business bob. You know what I mean? So, you know.
And
but
this is a business bob.
If DJ Envy was to go down, is Charlemagne enough to hold down the Breakfast Club?
Who's still letting the Breakfast Club down?
Can Charlemagne keep the Breakfast Club afloat if DJ Envy goes? I mean, Angela Yee already went her separate ways. We know she got her own thing going on. You know what I mean? But if Envy goes down, can Charlemagne can he right the ship?
No, nor should he.
No, that's a sinking ship as it is.
Let it go.
So are we witnessing the end of the Breakfast Club as we know?
I sure hope so.
Bro, I think so. Angela Yee been trying to dip, so come on. Bro.
I hear word on the curb is part of that had to do with her investing in this bullshit behind Envy, and he lost her the money.
Yikes!
And it has been tense ever since then. And that was well before all of this began happening.
As my boy Webby once said, shout out to Angela Yee, Charlemagne, the God.
Magnet?
You know what I mean? Charlotte McGay, as he said. You know what I mean? But
it's good to
you know, we're gonna be doing a lot of talk about this next person. in a few minutes. But well, coming up later in the show. But I mean, my boy, shout out to Offset. You know what I mean, he got the actual
That was funny.
Thriller jacket. You know what I mean, that Michael wore in the video. You know what I mean, he posted up that actual Thriller John. You know what I mean, that's the jacket. I mean, so he got it. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Offset. You know what I mean? Listen, he got two things that in this world that I would like. That jacket and Cardi B. So, you know what I mean? I salute you, Offset. I salute you. You know what I mean?
But this is quoting like there's like a brand.
You know what I mean? I'm very jealous of you.
Edition.
You know what I mean?
Two of these jackets.
And then also it's another discussion that we can have in the future. But this was also said recently, and I want to get everybody's opinion on it. Cher said she calls for artificial intelligence to be made illegal in the music industry. You know what I mean? We've seen since this AI wave popped off, we done heard all these AI songs come out from artists that, we heard a Drake and Weeknd AI John. We got, you know what I mean? We got Tupac and Biggie coming out on AI records and all this other shit. Like, I mean, are we rocking with Cher right here? Should we get rid of this artificial intelligence in the music industry?
As usual, Cher is spot on. She's absolutely fucking right. I have actually never listened to one of those AI songs because as soon as it's identified as such, I will not play it. I'm not interested in most of the artists that they would choose to make AI songs of anyway. And the ones that I would be interested in their original work, I don't want to hear some like computer generated style of what you would have done. It seems like a weird cash grab. It reminds me of like when they would pull out holograms for dead artists and shit. It's weird. It's weird and unnecessary. And I don't like it. I agree with her 100%. Artificial intelligence is has very limited practical applications and almost none in entertainment. We got to get that shit the fuck out of here.
Boy, man, how you feel about that AI? I mean, we not talking about Iverson either. You know what I mean?
Shit, man. Well, me, I like everything to be authenticated. You feel me? Like, you don't do the AIs. You feel me? So I don't fuck with it at all. It's never been like something that niggas that love music, been a fan of, bro. Like, it takes away from the soul of the sound of the music, all that shit. So no, that's why niggas on strike right now. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think AI is anything that's positive for the art community. I mean, in any facet that we talking about, whether that be music, game, I guess maybe gaming, but besides that, no, man, we need real creators.
All right, so we down with the AI, or is it down with AI?
Ha 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 ha.
You know what, yo? No, we need more AI, stronger AI, more intelligent. No, I'm just playing. Nah, yo, I'm good off of the AI, man. It's going. Didn't y'all watch like iRobot? Yo, it's going to be the end of us. Yo, AI was never a good thing. It's like y'all never watched a movie,
right?
And I'm just man. It turns on all of us. Every facet of life that AI enters into has been corrupted. So, yeah, good luck.
Good fucking luck. I don't know what else we got. Cher might have enough big.
Skynet is coming. So all right, last.
Funny as fuck.
Last time. So I found this tweet interesting. I wanted to get everybody's opinion on it. So we got the vinyl historian. So Jay-Z in his recent interview, he said that he want to make music that's important. It has to be saying something important. It has to impact the larger part of society. So you got the tweet here saying in 1989 you had songs like Self-Destruction. You had 1990 Racism. 1991 songs like Be a Father to Your Child. But then in 2023 we got the height of economic equality, white supremacy, mass incarceration, all that stuff. And Jay-Z needs to find motivation to rap about something important. So is this valid criticism, or we just throwing crap at the wall with this. Like, I mean,
Well, I mean, the tweeter's point that I guess there's plenty going on that is important. He shouldn't have to look hard to find something to say. That's true. That is a valid point, except you're talking about Jay-Z. So a billionaire who, if anything, is lending to things like income inequality and white supremacy and mass incarceration. Like Jay-Z is not, I don't know, doing much to combat those things from happening, and often in many ways benefits from those things. So maybe he doesn't have anything important to say because he's like, I don't know, work for me, guys. He's not. I guess this person's not wrong, but I don't know too many people who like feel like we need more new Jay-Z music. I don't think so.
Listen, everybody on this podcast know Jay is my guy, but I'm actually fine if I don't never get another Jay-Z album. I'm actually good. Like, I mean, I feel like he's done everything he needed to do in the music industry. But I do feel like you saying you want to make music that has an important message when it's a lot of shit that's been going on since you dropped your last album. It's kind of like, I mean, it's really not that hard to look for something to talk about. I mean, with all the shit that's going on. You know what I mean? So, you know, but like I'm actually fine if I don't never get another. Like, he could keep doing verses on a occasional DJ Khaled album or whatever. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm good if I don't get another album. It's fine.
Is 444 his last one, or was there one after that?
Yeah, either 444 or what if you count with the Carters that came out? I think it came out after that. You know what I mean? So
I mean, that's like a joint thing. I wouldn't count that as like a Jay-Z album.
God bless you.
Look, bro.
And even then on 444, like, yeah, he would talk about, you know, still a nigga and all that stuff. But there was also like, I could have bought a building in Dumbo for like $3 million. Now it's worth $16 million. I'm just like, that's not relatable. So yeah, I don't know that I really have much to hear from Jay-Z at this point in his life. He's I think he's can retire gracefully, or, you know, just not keep rapping at us.
Listen, Beyonce can keep making music though.
Yeah, she hasn't hit a wall. She's doing great.
I'll take another Beyonce album for sure.
I sure hope so. Act 2, bring it on.
I mean, let me get that.
How much younger is Beyonce to Jay-Z?
13,
17 years.
No, it's not.
At least like 10 years.
I thought it was like 13.
How y'all niggas wild. The nigga said at least about 20. This nigga.
12 years older.
Okay. Well, you know, that's probably the reason why. Nigga, she got 12 more years, some good music.
She got 12 more years, obviously.
You know
12 more years. Let's go. All right, but yeah, you know, shout out to Hov though. All right, but you know, let's get into it. Album reviews. We got this excuse me. First joint on the Yami, man. You know, that Ed Sheeran. You know what I mean? We got Ed Sheeran, Autumn Variations. You know what I mean? This joint was this was an album here, you know, 28 songs. And this was
28. I thought it was 14.
No, my joint on my Spotify, this thing had 28.
Stop listening to deluxe versions.
Yeah, bro.
Oh wait, is this the one where he did it in the studio and then
you
he did another session in people's houses?
Yeah, you know what? You probably listened to the whole album and then you listen to the live album after that.
All right. So the regular album, 14 songs. You know what I mean? I did listen to the living room session joint. You know what I mean? So 14 songs for the Autumn Variation. So you know what I mean? Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Well, let's start off with Khan, man. How you felt about this album?
Yeah, man.
How you felt about this?
Hey, I don't know if it was Mal or Zell, bro, but this was not it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I love y'all. I love y'all, but this was not it, bro.
Hey, hold on. I just gotta. Why are you saying you love like? Like we
He
made
He
the
believes
album.
it was one of our suggestions.
Bro, I know you
I didn't make
suggested,
this, bro.
I want you to take it personal, bro. Like, no disrespect to
Ed
your
Sheeran-
taste
look,
in
look, look.
music, bro.
I personally never listened to an Ed Sheeran album before in my life,
Same.
but
Okay.
I know that he's a huge name in music. So
You know.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like this
Oh
is
no,
my
I'm here to
man's.
put you on. This was just
nah,
it's
this is
current.
just
Oh, okay.
just
All right.
Now you can be
yeah, you're good.
stretch your legs. Get
All right. I'm just saying, bro, because I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna tell him.
comfortable.
I was like, how I'm gonna tell him? I don't know. Like,
Oh, that's
let's
that was
say,
cute.
That's funny.
That was cute. You were being very considerate in case we left him bad over here.
yeah. But no, the Ed Sheeran didn't deliver on this. It was very blah to me. Don't not nothing wrong with the lyricism. But I just felt like that melody was way too consistent throughout the whole album. It damn near put a nigga to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I was actively doing shit, so I was up. But if I was sitting down doing some shit, I probably went to bed, bro. So
All right, so what's your
5.5. What it sound like, Mike? Headsets, bro.
All
5
right.
point fizzle? All right,
5.5.
Right down the middle.
comment, give it the 5 point fizzy.
Yeah.
Man, 5 point fizzy from the comment. I'll go next. For me, like I'm gonna start this off. I'm not really the biggest Ed Sheeran fan. You know what I mean? Like he got some pretty good songs that I've listened to over the years that I fucks with. But this album right here, you know what I mean, just reinforced for me the reason why I don't listen to him that much. You know what I mean? This joint is just for me, it was kind of like dog, dry. You know what I mean? It was in the famous words of my boy Gordon Ramsay, it was just bland. Like, you know what I mean, it wasn't no seasoning to this joint. Like, you know what I mean, it was, some of the lyrics just didn't hit me. You know what I mean? I feel like over the years, Ed Sheeran then tried to, he tried to get a little bit more urban. You know what I mean? A little bit more, you know what I mean? It started to see a decline for me. The album just didn't do it for me. Like, you know what I mean? And I listened to the longer version of the album. You know what I mean? And I did like the living room joints. Like it was cool. Like some of the songs I did fuck with. You know what I mean? I did like what's a couple of joints. I like Plastic Bag. I like Midnight. You know what I mean? I like When Will I Be All Right? I like that, John. You know what I mean? It was cool. Like, I mean, it was just, to me, it was an okay album. Like, I mean, I don't think it's something that I'm going to go back to and be like, yeah, I got to listen to this again. Like, I mean, it don't really have the replay value that I was looking for. You know what I mean? But, overall, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was in that good, solid, okay tier. Like, it was listenable. You know what I mean? So, a 6.
6.
Cause it's still, you could, it's not bad. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it's nothing that blew me up.
He's spotting.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah. All right. I guess you want to go?
Shout out to Angelica. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, you a real supporter, bro. She on both these drones. Okay, I see you.
She said she was pulling up. You know
She said, "Where we at?"
Hey,
I mean, we talking about Ed Sheeran.
We outside.
Ed Sheeran, Autumn Variations is the album that we're reviewing right now. So, Zell, how you feel about this?
All right, then I'll go. So first couple songs were like soft, real soft. I like the acoustics though. I like the instruments that be on that are played alongside him. I like those. The first couple though are like kind of generic, like background music. I did like Plastic Bag. That was a good song for me. The next joint he did like a ballad or like a lullaby or something like that. It was like he was like singing in this like high voice. I had to kind of skip it after a little bit. I like the tempo on what was it? American Town. He like brought the tempo up.
British Girl in American Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a good joint. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah.
And then the one after that was my favorite. That's on Me. That was my favorite.
I'm a day one around these parts.
Oh,
I'm
let's
bringing
bring
the
it. All
comedy
right.
and the chaos. All right, bet it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, what was I just saying? That's on Me. My favorite song.
That's when you really hear like the accent. And
Yeah, he like was. You could really hear his British accent in that, but he kind of spitting bars too. But it's with a guitar, and he's like, don't you know those guitar beats that is almost like a drum? That type of drum. I like that. But yeah, then it got really dark. I mean, him making this album, like his girl just got cancer. Like they found out his girl got cancer when she was pregnant with the second kid. His friend died, so he's talking about a lot of like depression and anxiety and like moving on and struggles and shit like that. But yeah, all in all, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Shout out to Ed Sheeran. I hope his life get a little bit easier. It's
Y'all
like
niggas y'all keep edging up that 5, bro. It went from a 5.5 to a 6 to a 6.5. Like,
yeah.
So we might get a 7 next. You know what I mean?
oh,
Yeah, so,
I don't know.
I thought
nickel it up, nigga.
I don't know about that one. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
thought it was alright though. I didn't think it was bad. It was just a little too soft for my taste. But he had a couple Jones in there. You know what I mean?
It was a couple Jones. You know what I mean? A couple Jones where you could be like, all right. It's a couple Jones saved for me. Plastic Bag, that John saved it because until I got there, I was like, all right, man. I was like, come on, dog.
It was trauma dumping. There was a lot of depression in there. Like I don't know.
Come on, bro, you making me sad. Like
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Afro. Yeah, shout out to that.
I'm trying to tell you, Ed Sheeran. I don't know why, but the bros love Ed Sheeran. Like,
Yeah, the niggas love him. You know what I mean, he an honorary nigga. You know what I mean? He kind of get it. He kind of we needed to replace somebody for Robin Thicke, so they got Ed Sheeran.
They got Ed Sheeran. All right, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Wow.
They was like after Marvin Gaye family sued Robin, we was done with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes you don't want that Jack Harlow energy around you. Sometimes it's like an authentic, official.
Just a white,
you know what I mean? Just a white
who knows
guy.
that
Like,
he's white.
Like the white boy entities, you know what I mean?
Like short ball British, plays the guitar, just all the white shit. Like,
listen, Angelica, I agree with. I don't give no white people invites to the cookout.
We're not going that far, but it's
coming your way.
You know what I mean? I'd rather him
after the cookout, and he will
only white motherfucker I might consider giving a cookout to is invite to is Eminence. That's it. Consider because he got bars. You know what I mean?
Because he got bars.
Well, besides that, though, this nigga really put on a lot of black artists, right?
I don't care. M could probably come.
Yeah. I would if I seen him at the cookout, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if I
came to the cookout and they said Eminem here. I'm like, oh shit,
it's lit. It's up.
You know what I mean, I might ask like what he doing here, but then I might like, all right.
It'll be a little joke, like a little insider, but he can rock though. Yeah.
Right. I mean, but all right, Mallory, how you feel about this, John?
This is also my first Ed Sheeran album. Knowing the context of where he was in life at the moment, put a lot of the songs in perspective because I thought he had this weird habit of having these really upbeat kind of melodies, and then you listen to the lyrics because at first I'm like that they're kind of blurring to me, and then we turned it up and I was listening to what he's saying. I'm like, oh, that's sad, like just all of it. And because you wouldn't think so with all of these like happy plinky Target commercial sounding melodies behind it, and then you listen to him and he's like, I don't know, I don't really want to get out of bed because what's the point? And I'm just like, well, this is not what I thought I was hearing. The up tempo just sounded off kilter with how down some of the lyrics were. But I get it. This is what he's feeling. It was all very personal and autobiographical. I'd land somewhere in the between 5 and 6. It's just, it's straight down the middle, but it's beyond the one song or so that I might enjoy. I wouldn't have any reason to come back to the album. I just hope things get better for him.
Yeah, I hope things get better.
Yeah, I hope it works out. Is all I got. So I don't know, 5.5, 5.8. Let's go 5.8.
I mean,
shy of 6.
I hope that man life improves in the next 6 months. I mean,
I want good things for him.
He's going through. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. We gotta say Ed Sheeran's he's a good guy, right?
I've not heard contrary, so I hope things turn around over there.
All right, so the what it sound like scale?
Ed Sheeran's 6th studio album gets a what?
Probably
this album gets a from the what it sound like scale. 5.9.
5.9, just shy of a 6.
Can
we just give him a 6? 6 for the 6th album. You know what I mean?
We'll give him the 6. You know what I mean?
I feel like y'all isn't this nigga up too much. You started off as a 5.8, 5.9. Let's give him a 6.
Listen, we round up around these parts.
This is white privilege at its finest, right?
Shout out to the white privilege.
You get
a 6. I wish I had it. You know what I mean? But what it sound like rating? It's a 6, so that means it's an okay album. It's all right. You know what I mean?
All right.
I mean, it's all right. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna steer you wrong. It's okay. You know
it's a solid D. D minus.
All right, so next John, we're gonna get into that Cleo Soul with Gold. You know what I mean? So we reviewed Heaven. You know what I mean? Heaven was like, it was, you know what I mean? Heaven was a little bit more purgatory than Heaven. You know what I mean? That's basically what the scale said. It was a little bit more purgatory than Heaven. But you know what I mean? We're gonna go with a gold. You know what I mean? Is gold, is this bronze? Is it silver? Is it copper? Like, you know what I mean? Is it really gold? You know what I mean? We'll start off. I'll start it off. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I love Cleo Soul. She's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Her voice just, you know what I mean? Her vocals, just the way she sing everything just sends me into like it's like tranquility. It's like bliss when I hear it. Like I go into another zone when she sing. Like, and this joint, I like this one better than Heaven. I did. I like this one better. I mean, it was for me a step up from the first project we reviewed. Like, I mean, 10 songs. You know what I mean? But I really can't find any like the super criticism with this joint. For me, it's just like, all right, a little too short. We know how I am about short albums. I mean, I prefer at least a 14, 15. You know what I mean?
I thought it was kind of long.
No, this was 10 songs. No, this was 10 songs.
It was 10 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 songs.
What you listen to?
No, I listened to this one, but still.
Yeah, this was 10 songs. But you know what I mean? I like Things Will Get Better. I like Only Love Can Wait. You know what I mean? Lost Angel, I love that John. You know what I mean? Gold, the ending track, this album was Gucci. Like, I mean, it's definitely got more replay value than the first one. You know what I mean? I like this one. So I'm gonna get this joint. Goddamn.
What is her name? Cleopatra's Vesdana Nicole.
You know what I mean?
Is she Russian?
I'll give it the 7. I think Cleo Soul, I think she British. She might be from England, I think.
I mean, Cleopatra's
But yeah, I gave it a 7. You know what I mean?
Nikolic.
Oh yeah, that sounds Russian as hell. You know what I mean?
Zevzana.
Zevzana.
That's the one that's getting me.
Yeah, that sounds like
She is from England, but where are her parents?
Siberian.
Serbian.
Oh,
she's Serbian.
I said Siberian.
Her mother is Serbian Spanish, and her father is Jamaican. They are both jazz musicians. How do any of y'all meet each other?
Through jazz.
Cleopatra Svetlana Nikolic.
And she was born in London, England.
Born in England.
You know what I mean?
And what's this, her 4th album?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, her 4th album, yes. First one was Rose in the Dark in 2020. I mean,
Her first album
but
was 2020.
I feel like
Some shit out.
Mother was like, that's for me, that's her peak. You know what I mean? Like so far, like Mother is like the album out of all the four. Like that's the one. You know what I mean? But you know, Gold was a solid project, so I gave it a 7.
I didn't listen to the first one.
I might as well piggyback right off of that. I also gave this a 7, so I'm gonna rock out with the 7. It seemed like I like the sounds. Like she does. The album started off real strong, real beautiful vocals. It's like a lot of the songs like kind of seem along the same lines as the last album. This album seems kind of the same. So I'm gonna give it a solid 7. It's the average.
All right, Mallory, how you feel about it?
I also was really looking forward to this set of albums after Mother. I was like, oh, yes, he's about to eat. But I don't know if I took away from it as much as I thought I would. She sounds very pretty and the voice is sweet, but it did sound very samey to me. I don't personally get, real much. How can I say it? The all things through Christ strengthen me, or whatever. That whole tone, I'm just like, I don't really have a lot to lean on here. That gets very boring very quickly, and then I just started hearing that over and over, and everything was about like God and faith, and I'm just like, this is boring. So I can't tell if it's just not my particular flavor, or if that means the album itself was kind of uninspired. So I'm going to give it, I don't know, 5.5, 6, a 6, I guess. It's pretty, but I don't want to hear it again. You could put it on for like a baby going to sleep, like a nice bedtime album for little toddlers. That would be pleasant.
This when you need your baby to go to sleep.
The average sounds rough when you say it. I felt that, and I didn't even sing the damn song.
You need your baby to go to sleep. Play that Cleo Soul.
Yeah, that's pleasant, dreamy lullaby sound of Jesus.
So hold on. I'm gonna put the baby to bed. Turn this Cleo Soul on.
Exactly that. That's exactly what this gave to me. That I was like, oh, it's bedtime.
All right, Kyle, how you feel about this one?
I actually like the album. I felt like, unlike the Ed Sheeran album, like, yes, it did have a slow tone to it, but the difference is that it had diversity. Like, it was different in beats. You know what I mean? Like, it was a change up of how they went about it, and I liked the songs. And she was a good singer. Like, I was bopping to it the whole time. So if I didn't skip, which I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a good album, so I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
Look at that.
All right.
Already on par to do better than Ed Sheeran.
I mean, comment with the 7.5. All right, so we'll do the math. This album, you know what I mean? On a what it sound like scale?
7? 6.8?
Yes, sir. 6.8. So basically a 7. You know what I mean? Basically a 7. You know what I mean? 6.8. So this means,
no white privilege on this?
No white privilege. I mean, no Serbian London privilege on this. You know what I mean? But this was a solid album. It was a solid album. You know what I mean? On the scale. Shout out to Aisha. Shout out to the wifey views. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. I like Cleo. You know what I mean? She get a solid 6.
Dang.
Man, Angelica fuck with Cleo. I see you.
Good job.
But yeah, this was a 6-point Izzy. You know what I mean? Next John, let's put that thing up there. You know what I mean? Listen, Jorja Smith, she got the internet in the tizzy right now, because she, she got thick on us. You know what I mean? So,
she did get thick, bro. What? You see her?
But
That's
Georgia
crazy.
Smith,
People
That's
change
crazy.
falling and flying. You know what I mean? You know. Listen, another London artist. You know what I mean? You know, shout out to the UK. You know what I mean? You know, they gave
all three artists so
No.
far. I didn't
shout out
even
to the Kizzy. You know what I mean,
Oh yeah,
three
we got a lot of.
Ukizzy.
We do got a theme. There's a lot of British accents on
Across
this
the
joint.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the thing.
Shout out to the Ukizzy on here. You know what I mean?
Shout out everybody with a British accent. Too bad we couldn't get LMA in this joint, but
This new shit,
Yeah.
she don't know. But matter of fact, comment. We gonna start with comment. How you feel about this?
Well, I've always been a Jorja Smith fan. Like, from the
hey,
get-go, you feel me? Like, been playing her music, been loving her artistry. I love her voice. But I agree with Angelica though. Is that her name? What's her
Yeah.
name in the comments? Okay, yeah. I feel like this one didn't bring what I wanted like from the last album, but it was some songs I definitely would play back on here. Like you said, replay value. There's definitely some replay value on this album. What is it? What if my heart breaks faster or some shit like that? I fuck with that. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it consistent with the 7.5 because I don't feel like it was better than the Cleo album, but it wasn't that much different either. So when I say different, I'm saying it's not that much lower either. So I'm just going to be safe because I like Jorja. It might be a little biasness on here. You feel me? I'm gonna give her a 7.5.
All right, comment with the 7 Fizzy. You know what I mean? You know, the Lost and Found joint, that was her first joint. That was that album was I like this album. Yeah, I mean, I was waiting. I'm like, yo, because Lost and Found came out in 2018. So it was like, you know, she was dropping songs from there, but it was like, we need an album. This one, when I first listened to it, I was like, you know what? I like it. You know what I mean? I like the subject matter. I like the, you know, the production was solid for me. You know what I mean? It's the vocals, of course, because she can sing. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that drew me into this album. You know what I mean? I love the vocals. You know what I mean? She did her thing as far as, you know, just singing her. You know, I liked shit, What If My Heart Beats Faster? I like that one. I like Broken Is the Man. I like that song.
Mel, what is a cursive singer? What is that?
you know, she be like slurring her words.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Okay.
This weird, affected style of singing that
say
the girls
weird.
started to do
Like, I say
around.
weird.
Can I answer the question without you giving?
You know what it is. You know what it is, right, bro?
So I wasn't answering the question just now.
And we're gonna interrupt my whole. No, I'm playing.
I thought I was answering.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. Holly. What's your job?
Oh, that's crazy.
No, I was just playing. You know what I mean? But no, I like this album. This album was cool. I mean, it was one of my favorite albums that I listened to. You know what I mean? From this list, you know what I mean? I liked it better than the, you know, I did like it better than the Cleo Soul album. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get this John. I mean, I got the 7.7 from me.
Okay, all right.
7.7. All right. Well, I guess I'll go since Mal not here. She don't really like Jorja Smith. So I'm gonna go.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go.
It's light skin on light skin crime.
Right.
All right. Look. So, you know, yeah, the first song was like, you know, standard Jorja Smith with the slurred words. You know what I mean? And like the percussion beats, like, you know, she like to get busy. Like, all right. But then, like, you know, 2 just showed me like this is gonna be like the whole vibe of the album. Like, so that was a good John. What was number 3? Little Things. That should be like a hit or something. That was a good John.
Oh yeah, Little Things. I like that John too.
Like that should be on radios and everything by now. But I don't know. Who am I? 5 with some good dance hall vibes. That was a joint with Jay Huss. He was like, you know, the British rapper boy. Like, usually British rappers kind of silly to me, but as far as the whole vibe of the album, it went with it. I wasn't mad at it. It didn't like offend me or, you know what I mean, whatever. Yeah. Then after that, John, we had like some Sade vibes on Falling.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying.
That was like some Sade vibes. I was digging that. And then after that, what was the next joint? It was like a punk rock type of wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta love Jorja Smith for her diversity, bro. She does that every album, bro. Yeah.
Yo, I was saying, I'm like, if she doing everything on this joint, all right. But yeah, that mix of like punk rock and R&B, I really appreciate that. What was it? What was it? Number 9. That was the joint with the feature. What's her name? Lila Ike. Ike. Bro, solid track altogether. Even the feature added something special. I like that joint, man. Yeah, I was I was a fan of the album. 11 and 12 were like little low key. John 13 was like a little Bob. I'm giving it a 7.8. I appreciated it, man.
Okay.
7 point.
It's pretty consistent right now.
All right, I need Mallory. How you feeling?
And here we go.
I really don't have much to say about it. I was underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed. Let's go.
I was unmoved. Her voice is also pretty, and it didn't. Maybe this is as far as you can go. I was clearly not as actively impressed as her biggest fan might be. But I don't have really anything that I would bother to go back to. The one song that I started to think was all right was then immediately ruined by the presence of a British rapper. So I'm gonna give it maybe a 4 or 5.
That's
damn.
She can sing.
5 off J Hus down to a 4 or
4.5.
No, that one person's performance did not bring the entire record down. The record didn't get above a 4 or 5. Is what I'm saying.
Mal, can you name any other words? You said unmoved, unwhelmed, underwhelmed. What else?
Unmoved, unimpressed.
They mesmerized by booty. Let's go.
It's just insubstantial. I don't know. I can't. I mean, lovely, beautiful gowns, but I can't. I got nothing else.
I'm sorry, Angelica. Jorja Smith, she could mesmerize me any day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. I don't need her to sing.
You got me, but I'm still right here. That's crazy.
A lot of
that shit was a pump.
What it sound like? Scale 6.8.
How many headphones? 6.8.
You know what I mean? Got the 6.8.
Let's move that joint up to a 7, bro.
Same
No,
scores.
come on, bro. We treat it like privileges, bro.
President of the fan club.
Same scores, Cleo Soul. So 6. They both was basically 7s.
Georgia's was better though. It was better.
All right, so Angelica gave it the 5.7. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 5.7 niggas. That's my block 5. Shout out all my 5.7 niggas back in Philly. You know what I mean?
Y'all short as shit.
Shout out to the 5.7. But next John, this was actually for me. This is actually my favorite John out of all the
same. I was gonna say that's why. Oh, we here. You know what I'm saying?
This John. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time listening to them too. Like this John, I'm like, yo, this John was. But yeah, next John is Citizen Queen, Clique. You know what I mean? The album review. So let's start with Kyle, man. How you felt about this?
Yes, sir. So let me see. Waste My Time was a fucking bop. I ain't gonna lie, the first song that came on might be controversial, but I was like, I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into. I don't know what we're doing. But then it was like, I felt like they played me, because after that it was like, oh, okay. It's like it was building every time. You feel me? The features was cool, the rap, the beats, the cohesiveness of the singing, like it gave me a real, like, at first it started off like the first song started off kind of like a kids bop, like, or like a Disney song, and I wasn't sure, like I was iffy, and then it built up like on some, what's that group, Daddy Kane? It brought me like Daddy Kane, but like on a better version though. You feel me? So I'm gonna give them like an 8, like an 8.2, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty high. Wow. It was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking with it.
Isn't that the highest rating of all the albums?
8.2 right now.
Probably for this whole year, for real. I don't think I gave an 8 this whole fucking year.
Wait, this Citizen Queen album?
Yeah.
I was
fucking with it. 8.2. You know what I mean?
I was fucking with it.
I agree.
Hey, the first 8.2 might be kind of. Give it an 8. 8 is cool. 8.2. You know, give it an 8. You know what I'm saying? We'll give them a chance. I'm gonna give them a chance to. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's my first album.
You gave Drake an 8, didn't you?
Yeah, he gave Drake an 8.
You gave
Drake an 8. Yeah.
Damn. That don't even sound like me.
That's what you said. Yo, you said that. You're like, I don't usually rock with Drake, but this
It should say
it was a good
high
job,
right
but
now,
an
bro.
A. Drake rated high. I mean, did you hear the album though? Did you fuck with it?
Angelica, she said
I
she
like
don't know
it.
what we talking about. Drake. Shout out to Big
Drake.
Draco. Shout out to Big Draco. You know what I mean? You know,
that's Soldier Boy, bro.
shout out to Big Draco. You know what I mean? You know.
He said I said what I said.
But for me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The first song, I agree. I was like, all right, now this.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I'm like, if this is what y'all gonna be coming with for the whole album, I don't know. Like, you might get like a 3 from me at most. The first song was not it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, usually an intro tells me everything I need to know about an album. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not really feeling that John. But then the next John, So Special, Replay, that John fire. They picked it up. What You Want was good. Waste My Time, best song on the album. Waste My Time, best song on the album. That John is fire. You know what I mean? I like Happy Pill. That John was fire too. You know what I mean? FYP, the Burn Book. Yeah, that John was. Listen, the production, I like how all their vocals, the melodies, everything. It didn't sound like all over the place.
I feel like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to cut you off, but damn, if I gave Drake an 8, these niggas might need an 8.2. Like, it's better than the Drake album. I give it that for sure.
It's better than the Drizzy album. I mean,
actively adjusting.
Yo, what you mean? I have acapella.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be at 8.2, and I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. That's my last time.
Okay, 8.2. You know what I mean? But for me, this is my first introduction to Citizen Queen. They gave me, I do agree, like, they gave me that feel of back in like the 2000s, early 2000s, when you had your R&B groups. They gave me that feel, like a little mix of some Danity Kane, Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? They gave me that feel. Like, I mean, you know, I feel like they are like a better version of 3LW or something. Like, I mean,
that is controversial.
You know what I mean?
I like controversial.
The vocals was there. You know
Controversial.
They got an eye for production. You know what I mean? I like. You know, I just like this album.
Adrian Balone? Come on, what are you saying to me right now?
I'm telling you, this album had
better
for me. This album.
If you would have said they would have gave me like a 3LW vibe, I'm like, all right, but you said a better version.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I used to have 3LW on my wall when I was a kid. You feel me? So like,
that's what my
high
praise.
But
that's a high praise, nigga.
I like this album.
I'm a nigga, and I was singing that song. What's that? What's their number one?
Promises.
What's that song?
Broken Promises.
Huh? Yeah. What's that song called?
Promises.
Promises.
Play it, please.
Promises.
Promises.
Oh, stupid, bro.
But yeah,
but her rap was going crazy though.
Play it,
for
please.
me, this joint 7.8. So I like Citizen Queen. It was my first time listening to them. I'm definitely looking forward to more projects from them. I like them. You know what I mean? I could rock with they sound. You know what I mean? It was I was impressed. You know what I mean? So I'll give it a 7.8. Mallory, I know what you.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. 4.7. Damn, 4.7 is crazy.
They have nowhere to go but up.
Spice Girls.
Damn.
How can I? That's
hurtful.
Way that I can phrase that is there's nowhere to go but up. I appreciate what sounded like some artist development. I looked them up. They're formed by like a Pentatonics member. So I get what Angelica is saying about like they're not featuring what sounds like a skill at a cappella, which I think was a misstep. This very much was Kids Bop for the club. I hated, I think, every song. More than the last song. There was maybe one that was like almost decent, but it was still the songwriting. I'm shocked and appalled how bad it was. It was just terrible. And I was because the sound of their actual voices and harmonies was like, oh, you could actually be doing something here. The sum of your parts is worth a damn. But they need to fire whoever is pushing out these lyrics. Get her out of there. Bad News Bears.
Hold on. What about Happy Pill?
I'm gonna keep
The
it real.
lyrics was bad on there.
One song stood out to me lyrically as anything to remember or
I
memorize.
feel like the lyricism on Happy Pill was
We ain't
decent.
like Heavy Pill, waste my time. We ain't like that.
I don't know. This is your time. My bad.
For
Go
me,
ahead.
it was forgettable. Maybe that was the one. If I would have run it back, it was like almost a piece of decent, but
You about to make a pizza, nigga?
nothing to write.
This the bonnet. You know what I mean? I had to throw it on. You know,
Nothing to write about. I'm gonna give it
the Harry Potter joint. You know what I mean?
4, 5.
I ain't gonna lie. That's
Shout out
nice. I like
shout
that.
out to Cocoa Butter Bonnet. I mean, hit up my girl Shar. Get you a bonnet.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's up?
Man.
What did I give her?
So Molly, what you get as John?
What did you get? What did you give Georgia? 4 or 5 or something like that?
Then
Yeah,
4.5.
I will be generous to go over the 3.8 that I feel, and I'm gonna say it like a 4 because they can sing. That the unit of the girls can sing, but they're just the overproduced, terrible, busy work of the songs just did not work for me.
So when you say busy of the song, you just felt like it was too much clashing. You feel like it was
Some of the songs sounded so overproduced and all of these noises and layers and I'm just like, maybe strip out like 40 fucking % of this and give me something to work with here, because I hear the ingredients that sound like they could do something, but it just sounded like they threw everything at the wall and said, keep everything we've got. And I feel like they needed some serious.
This nigga said you about to make a pizza. But Zell, how you feel about this job?
All right, Assistant Queen debut album or EP. Some people say it's an EP. Some people say
it was an EP. I say it's an EP.
All right, well, their debut EP.
like
The first track didn't get it. It was very abrasive, obnoxious, annoying.
Yeah.
These are all notes that I
damn.
and then
The first track was not it. It was not it.
Yeah, it was way too pop for me.
Bad opener
For a pop record, it was like incredibly pop. Like I felt taken advantage of also.
Damn. Chill.
Better than the first song.
I'll press the charges.
Yeah.
It's like they almost sound tween-aged, but it's everything's like, and then the function in the VIP, and I'm just like, oh please stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like I was digging the nostalgia. You feel me? But go ahead.
Yeah, the second song was better than the first song, but it was still like on the same page. It was like real generic and like real like, just super pop. Not that like it is a pop album, I understand that, but like, come on, like give me some artistry in there. The third song, it was like a different vibe. It was like a smooth vibe, but it's still not something that I would like come back and replay. Like it wasn't good like that. The interlude Miss Me 5 I didn't really want. It got soft and just more of the pop shit. I couldn't do it, man. Overall I didn't really like the writing. It felt like cheerleader music. I'm giving it like a 3.5. 3.5.
It did not
give it
here, brother.
3.5. 3.5.
Oh, this shit, what this should get it like a 5 or a 6 something? What we have with it?
Yeah, with the 3.5.
This is a split vote right here. It's like on one half of the room and another half of the room. Like
right. So
it's very interesting.
What it sound like scale, this album gets a 5.7.
La, what you think?
We've had real artists get way worse.
You like it?
No shade.
This is fair. 5.7. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at 5.7.
A little EP by a new band. There's like I said, nowhere to go but up. Certainly can't get fucking worse.
But I mean, she didn't have a score, but she did. Lala did say she did like it. So
she said she did like it.
Yeah, but she don't got a score, but she liked it. So
all right, for sure.
Listen, the album for me was catchy. It was boppy. You know what I mean, I could fuck with it. You know what I mean, like,
and I don't even like pop music, but I was like,
Can they upgrade the subject matter and the lyrics? Yes, but I mean, the production and everything else to my ears was good. Like, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like,
it didn't feel like people were like singing over each other and stuff like that.
Also that.
It didn't feel a little messy to y'all.
Yeah, some of them did feel like I was like,
like XO.
for
XO, I felt like was well executed. Like everybody did their fucking job. Like how he said with 3LW. Not saying they better than 3LW. I think that's crazy. But that was crazy. But I felt like they had a person for doing every job that they did. Like, is every song cohesive? No. But like again, I really felt like I said, I'm not a pop fan, but when pop was still good, it gave me that nostalgia where I was like, okay, let me wait to see what like it gave me enough liking to where I was like, I'm looking forward to their next album. You feel what I'm saying? So that to me means they did their job. Because if they didn't, if I was like, I never want to hear this again, or I won't never listen to this album again, then they didn't. You feel me? I feel like they accomplished their job.
I mean, I'm in support of any girl group reactivation. I like, close harmonies, and I like the girl group. It did give me a little bit of the Pussycat Dolls, where we don't know.
I love the Pussycat Dolls.
I don't love the Pussycat Dolls, but it reminded me of that thing of like, we don't know who's the leader yet, so we all want to try for the position. So I'm gonna do my run. I'm gonna do my run, and I'm just like, maybe we can just play our different parts more. I don't know, more effectively before we just start figuring out how everybody can get her own voice and stand out. I don't know. But again, they're all very young. I looked them up. Every member is between like 18 and 20, maybe 21. They're all
you could tell by just the words that they was using.
Subject matter saying about clubs you can't get into, drinks you can't buy, cars that's why
I kind of feel like it was like someone older writing for them. Like it was like someone thinking that they were young writing for them. You know what I mean? Like it didn't really feel, to me, it didn't really strike me as like relatable for young people. It felt like somebody was really trying.
Can I say something real quick? Like I feel like as though like, you know how, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I feel as though music lately has been oversaturated with over-sexualized content, over killing content and all this other shit. And so when I heard this album, it was like a refresher, like, oh shit, like I don't feel like, you feel me, that it don't gotta be all that for it to be a bop. Like it felt, like I said, it really gave me like Disney song, like I said, Kids Bops, but it like Daddy Kane on a higher tier. Like it was clean, and it gave me enough bass and enough, you know what I mean? The fucking who's the DJ on this shit? Because he was doing this thing, bro. So I don't know who the engineer was, but he knew how to make some beats and shit. So I don't know, like it just gave me a nostalgia feel where I was like, finally something I could bop to without all the craziness. You feel me? So
it was some good production.
Maybe that's why it was so high tier. You feel me?
Whoever was the production definitely knew what they was doing.
I mean, shout out to my high tier niggas. You know what I mean?
Does it say who produced?
What was the in the score?
It was like 5.8 or something like that.
It said no,
5.7 altogether.
Oh, are they?
I would respect it if they did film rage music. They would have Bob. Okay. Yeah. What is film rage? What is that?
At all.
You know,
like Riot Girl bands,
like punk rock for girls.
Oh, we hating on stripper dance?
That's not the same.
Some songs was.
Come on now. So now we don't like strippers,
bro. That's the
now we ain't putting young girls.
Little girls who finish 6th period and stop talking about going to the damn club. You are 18. Get out of my face with this goddamn VIP.
You know they got 18-year-old clubs though. Just putting that out there.
If you don't get out my face with that with fucking Beat Street, get out of here.
They got 21 and under clubs.
They wasn't talking about the 21 and under clubs.
They was not. Yeah,
give me that ooey in the VIP.
Yeah, give me that ooey.
They got 18 and up clubs.
So y'all wouldn't have gave Shorty the ooey in the VIP. That's what you said.
No, I wouldn't. I'd have given her a homework pass. Get away from me with this.
Yo, so no ooey in the VIP. That's what we said.
No for
I'm
me.
I'm gonna give her a ride home.
A good and I'm talking to.
Give her an Uber.
And I'm talking to.
You gonna walk her to the school bus?
Write a sternly worded letter to her fucking.
You gonna make sure she get home safe?
Homework.
Shout out to the homework passes.
Homework pass.
Give her a detention. That's what we're gonna give her.
All right, so that was your album reviews. Yeah, I mean, we got some John slated for you next week as well. Yeah, I mean, we got what we doing? We got Sanfa. We got what we got next week? Sanfa, Blank 182, and the Medusa album. So I
Oh,
mean,
Offset.
oh yeah, the Offset album. But we'll review that one with the West Side Gun Joint because
Oh, all right. Say no more.
it's a rap joint. But yeah, Offset album as well. Set it off. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got the matter of fact, we got Blank 182, Medusa. What's Hosier? We gonna review that joint too. You know what I mean? So we got a full list for you. You know what I mean? That's next week. And also, you know, if you want to do your homework for next week for the viewers, we will also be reviewing and talking about the Milli Vanilli documentary. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a new documentary that just came out. You know what I mean?
We ain't we ain't did a documentary in a while.
The most famous lip singers of all time. You know what I mean? So yeah, we talking about Milli Vanilli, the documentary. So you know,
I know I just read it all the time because I love it.
So we gonna get into that, but you know, before we leave y'all, we got some things to talk about. You know what I mean? You see, you know what I mean, streams and nightmares, bro. You know what I mean? Streams and nightmares. Like, so we know that, you know what I mean, your boy Drizzy, you know, he tied your man. You know what I mean? You know, he posted this the other day. You know, he tied your man's.
That shit don't even look right, bro.
13 number ones.
You mean two pop legends in the picture?
Two pop legends
that shit
in
don't
the
look
picture.
Right, bro.
You know what I mean?
Two pop legends.
He tied Mike Jack 13 number ones all time.
You know what's crazy? If there was no Michael Jackson, there would be no Drake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about all right. So think about what you admitting by saying that.
Think about that.
Well, niggas, a lot of niggas that want to exist without Mike. That ain't saying a lot, nigga.
We're talking
it's
Drake.
The comedians that want to exist without Mike,
Drake,
nigga.
Now I have to decide
if
it's worth losing.
That's a fact.
To keep me from getting Drake.
What? Why would you want to
I said I'd have to consider if it's worth losing Michael Jackson.
Anti-black motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, we'll do some research on Trent D'Arby. We'll see what we got. But yeah, Drake tied Mike Jack. You know what I mean? Most number ones, 13.
He say he one hit away from Michael Jackson. Beat it.
You know what I mean? Yes, he did say on this song, you know, niggas talking about when this gonna be repeated. What the fuck, bro? I'm 1 away from Michael. Nigga, beat it. Nigga, beat it. What? Beat it. What?
That's just trash. That's trash.
That joint was hot. Hold on. That joint was hot.
That's fucking trash.
Ass bird.
You know what I mean? He said he 1 away from Mike Jackson. So that was on a first person shooter. And also Drake, a few years before that, he said, most number ones ever. How long did it really take me?
Right.
I mean, the party love most is they need me more than they hate me.
You
know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, so they never send shots. I got everybody on safety.
You know what I mean? I can load every gun with bullets that fire back.
So now it's Drake. Howard, that's not what this was supposed to be.
Sorry.
But yeah, that was Drake. He was saying, you know, back when 9 a.m., 5 a.m. in Toronto came out, that was like 2011. He was like most number ones ever already. You know what I mean? And now he's tied. That was singles, but now for albums, he right there with Michael Jackson, 13.
Okay, but
13 number one.
He said I got more hits than the Beatles.
So, so the quality of the thing
back home smoking legal
is what we are not.
I got more slaps than the
Beatles.
So should we just go and you guys just do Drake lyrics?
I'm with you on that.
Yo, so now we hating on Drizzy?
I will literally always. I've never turned my front up and down, child. Who cares? It's fucking Drake. But the reason this topic even came up is because I said I am sick of people like Drake trying to count themselves among legendary stars because we literally don't ask people to buy albums anymore, and yet he wants to say he is as successful as a person who only sold albums physically. You literally had to care and take your fucking coins to the store and go buy it, and now this biracial waffle Canadian has to fucking he's like a cash cow. He just spits out any old garbage, and his super fans are going to just eat it up and turn it number one. And even if they don't, you can literally turn on a computer to just keep streaming his album for a couple days or weeks. And oh, look, the numbers are inflated. Like, I'm not hearing it. I'm not interested. He's nowhere near the effectiveness of an artist like Michael Jackson.
We all know that.
Yes, it is. He's just easier to be widespread. You actually had to earn that attention when you were in Michael's era, and now you can just get it on fucking TikTok.
That's a fact.
Drake's fans often won't even say that his music is getting worse. They'll be like, it wasn't that great, but actually I listened to it again. It's actually better than I thought it was. No, it's not. You're just talking yourself into believing that it's good because this is all he's going to give you. And so you want to pretend that it's worth the effort. It's not.
Mal, can I ask you a question real quick?
Hey, not up and down sideways before church.
Now, how you of one of the light-skinned community keep talking about the shade of color of people like Drake? How do you keep doing that? Yeah.
She wanted
that's like his.
She's trying to get rid of all of us.
That is
you
one
said
of
the biracial yada.
Traits.
I agree with Mr. Mays. I mean, you could play Drake anywhere. He got a hit for that occasion. I'm just saying,
yo, he a pop star.
I mean, you play Drake at a barbecue, he got a bop. You play him at a Sweet 16,
I don't know about that.
He got a bop. Play him at the family reunion, he got a bop. I'm just saying, but
so y'all listening to Call Me on My Cell Phone?
Yeah.
Late night when you
crazy.
Never.
That's crazy.
See, they're gonna do this every time.
That's
crazy. He was doing in the video. He said,
with the legs clean.
He said, I used to call me on my cell phone. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, but so to Mallory's point, let's get into
let's be real for a second. Let's get to it.
What it sound like?
So this is a graph basically to show you, I mean, how what album sales is. You know what I mean?
Is this
so 65% total streaming. You got your 47 for subscription or audio streams, 17.7% for ad supported streams. You know what I mean? You got so this is what basically how music is consumed right now. You know what I mean? So 65% of it is total streaming. So the 47% and the 17%, that's the streams. Everything else, your 19% is your physical copies of actually people going out to buy the record from the record store. You know what I mean? Your digital downloads. You know what I mean? Also your performance rights and your synchronization. So, you know what I mean? That's where we're at right now. Streaming has totally usurped physical copies and digital downloads. Like, totally. You know what I mean? By a wide margin, as we can see. You know what I mean? Also, we'll go here. You know what I mean? Your music streaming revenues overtake CD sales in the United States. So, you know what I mean? You got, as you see.
Yeah, yo, does it tell us what year this is? Because
this says 2013. This is 2014.
Because people were still buying only because we started this information with Drake. I don't want this whole conversation to be about Drake, but.
I don't know what happened there, but yeah, what you were saying?
I didn't want this whole talk to be about Drake, but just I remember I bought a Drake album like way back in the day, so I remember people were still buying albums back in the day. But I just wanted to know.
Thank you.
It was 2012 or 13 or something like that.
This is when that graph started.
I remember.
Well, since 2013 to 2014. We are in 2023 right now, so we know that streaming has already usurped this. But this was back when it first hit the fan.
When it first hit, but you don't know exactly, not exactly, but the range.
Yeah,
this was all right. Okay.
Download
okay, so. Oh yeah. 2013 and 2014. Yeah, that was that was around.
Hey, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, y'all. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that was around time Take Care dropped.
You know what else I miss? Music videos. That's another one. And now their music videos are so expensive because there's so little money being put into artist development. You get these artists with seemingly huge followings, but they don't have any development. They get booked for festivals for some of their earliest shows when they haven't developed a stage presence or anything. It's just
Well, sometimes
The
when
inflation.
sometimes when you hook people up with when the people hook those people up with those shows is because they see that they have a following. Not necessarily that their following will come to the show, but it shows that they have the characteristics to grab a following.
But they're not
So
prepared for an on-stage
right now,
in front of a
I
festival.
mean, but it shows that they have that.
And that can turn people off. You get
right
nervous.
now, I'm reading online where it says for a recent article that was just dropped about in September. So I mean, paid streaming subscriptions continue to be, the strongest driver of revenue growth in music. You know what I mean? So according to this report, you know what I mean, more than $550 million was made off of streaming service, 96 million subscriptions during that period. So you got your 96 million subscriptions of your streaming music or whatever. You know what I mean? Vinyl revenue actually grew 22% in the last, year. You know what I mean? A lot of people are buying more vinyl records. And also physical copies. The physical copies are actually growing. It went from I had a 5% increase over the years. So I mean, so physical copies from a full decade ago is the first time where physical copies have started to grow. They said physical copies made up total physical revenues were about 882 million. So I mean, the physical copies and the vinyls are starting to.
But the
But
thing is, people are going to buy physical copies now. I feel like personally, just in case later on is going to be worth something, or they'll buy them because they're really that big of fans. Like,
and also, sometimes it might be taken off.
But if you think about it, like,
you need a copy.
Cars are being made without CD play, like without the ability to play your CDs. Like PlayStation announced that in a couple years they're going to stop making the CD, the disc drive. Like, so as disc drives are becoming less and less, I still don't see, other than like a collector's item, people buying physical copies, because our whole worlds are revolved around the phones where we got Bluetooth and things like that. So just like the vinyl records, more people are buying those. I even think vinyl records are more likely to be played than actual CDs. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't really see, like, even though we're getting like some increase in people buying CDs, I don't think that's in any way showing that people are going to start buying CDs again. Like in the I don't expect.
And I agree, because the math here tells you, when I'm looking at streaming revenue made up 84% of the total recorded revenue of all like music for us, digital, vinyl. It made up 84% of it. You know what I mean? And it's the fourth consecutive year that streaming has accounted for 84 to 85% of the total revenue.
It's going to continue. I don't think we're ever going to get to a place where it is feasible to go back to buying physical things. My critique of it is that they should not compare the numbers of like albums sold or whatever it is, number ones reached. I just don't think you should be comparing artists who most of their career was streaming services. You were in a time where some people were buying your albums physically, but whereas Rayson making music at this point, half of the career is streaming. Look up his specific numbers. I'm sure that his streaming numbers far outweigh his physical copies sold. So again, he's a streamer artist, and I just don't think you can compare. Like, see it as though there's some like familiarity between their kind of music, their artistry, their legacies as artists. It doesn't have to be Drake, it could be Michael, but anybody, like all this, the most streams out of anybody ever. Like, okay, so that's just clicks. Clicks don't even have to be real. Like, you would farm them.
But at a certain point, you do have to like take them into account, because
I think there should just be its own standard, like Sid's.
Well, it is its own standard, and at what point can you start comparing it to CD sales?
I guess if the artist stopped making music before they could be street.
No if like
you just said how.
I'm
making a hypothetical.
No, I'm saying like there is a way. There has to be a way for us to compare someone who started in the game with only streaming, and compare them to someone who only was in the game selling CDs. There has to be a way to compare those two, like those two influences, like those two people.
I feel like now, before I make my statement, it also says that the thing that's suffering the most from this whole streaming surge is the digital downloads. Digital downloads is down about 12% from what it was last year and the year before. So digital downloads is suffering the most. But for me, I feel like in this whole Drake, Michael Jackson
my
thing.
bad, bro. My bad. I just want to clarify. She asked, "What is digital download?"
You
Digital
mean literally
downloads is
download
literally downloading the album. Like you can click, like even on Apple Music, you can click on the album and listen to the album. But if you don't press that button that says download, you did not digitally download that album.
Does that make?
It does make a difference.
What difference?
The difference is how they get paid. If they don't digitally download it, they're not getting paid from that digital download. They are getting paid for the streaming, but they're not getting that percentage from the digital downloads.
I mean, I typically download things when
but not everyone does.
And then I delete it if I'm like, oh no, I don't care.
But I think they still get those points for you downloading it. I think they still.
I downloaded Ice Spice's album to listen to it.
I think that counts.
And then I deleted it.
If you delete it, I don't think that matters. I think the fact that you downloaded it counts.
So digital downloads, digital album sales are down 12%, and also individual track sales are also down 14%. You know what I mean? But for me, this whole Drake, Michael Jackson thing, we are in an era now where wherever you go, what's the first thing you see? Sometimes it's somebody with a phone in their face, in their hand, AirPods, beats on, whatever. Most of all the music now is right there on your phone. Whether you got Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, whatever, it's right there for you. So for some people, it's like, all right, if I could just stream this album right on Spotify, why do I need to go to a FYE or whatever and buy this album when I can? It's right here on my phone. Like, you know what I mean? It's right here. Like, so that's one thing. But I feel like it shows a testament as an artist of how good you are, how good your quality of music is. If people are actually
digital downloads are electronic files that can be downloaded from the internet. These files are typically delivered in digital formats such as PDF, MP3, or video. Common examples of digital downloads you can sell include documents and ebooks. Okay, my nigga, talk your shit.
That was a comment.
Did you write that, nigga, or did you copy and paste that? That nigga was talking.
I mean, listen, he got, you know what I mean? But, you know, I feel like it says it's a testament to an artist where you can actually go out. Like Michael Jackson, niggas was probably waiting in line for, you know what I mean, all night to be the first one to pick up his album when it came out. That's what
I'm saying. Like the difference is that and then like clicking a button.
And they literally only had so many copies as well. You know what I'm saying? So it was literally a thing of even if it could have sold more, they couldn't because they didn't have any more copies. So
Exactly. Like, what are you really? What is the statement you're really making by going out and buying that album? And how many people have to click this button to equal one of those album sales? You know what I mean? Like,
also, all right, we'll get you this. So, one album sale equals 10 song downloads. Wow. 10 song downloads equals 1,500 song streams.
So that's how you can do it.
So is this it's just looks like a monetary breakdown of how they get paid. It doesn't seem to that doesn't track to me.
That makes sense to me though. If I'm thinking about like how much that influence of picking up an album and a fan or word of mouth going saying, oh, this album is good, pass this on to a fan, like I feel like these numbers equal out. Like one album sale versus just people being curious and clicking on their phone. One album sale equaling 1,500 song streams. That makes sense. Bots or not, that makes a lot of sense.
Either what's in there or we going to
numbers then. You can't inflate the numbers like by people,
I feel you, but also with album sales, you have people who buy their own albums or people who just buy like 10 of those things.
Yes, people have
so you have things like that too, where it's one person doing that.
I see it. I just don't. I can't translate it to like just clicking buttons and then saying I'm on par with this completely different legacy artist because like 1 million people clicked my name that many times. Or something.
and
It's just a
and your
different
whole
investment.
That is true. You know what I mean? If you opt to not put your album online, you can. You know what I mean? That's basically forcing your fans to buy it, the physical copy. So,
I mean, just a
but
little bit. Like a
also, I feel like that's a.
if you go and buy my
what do you
shit.
mean?
Well, now they have
I think
Patreon.
Kanye West tried to do that. I think people have done that. I think that's the thing that's happened.
Well, I think now they use it as like a Patreon where if artists have a Patreon, you can go and see, I don't know, recording sessions or behind the scenes and things like pay for access to more of them. But that's not particularly the same thing as I think this one. Like you have to get up and buy the album versus clicking a button. I just don't think it's the same. Like your music video can get 1 million views on YouTube. Cool, that's a big impact or whatever. But it's not the same as like Thriller, Michael Jackson releasing in theaters.
Are you saying that one album sale says more than 1 million streams?
1 million?
Yes.
No.
Well, according to this metric, it says that based on numbers published from Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the average artist on that platform, I mean from streams, makes $625 in royalties. You know what I mean?
Month?
As you see, you gotta get 1,500 song streams just to equal one album sale.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
that's saying something.
It's interesting. Real
1,500 album songs for you gotta stream a song 1,500 times for it to equal one album sale. One.
People who didn't even care about going to pick up an album, you have to convince them to download your album. Like, you know what I mean? That's still something.
Or they don't have to download it. It's just what it says. You can just stream it.
And I love y'all, bro. I gotta go pick up my little cousin. I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro.
Oh, wow.
Definitely. I mean, shout out to the con, man. You know, we'll be back next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You too, bro.
But facts, there are albums over the years that, you know, people, I mean, basically, I mean, like, for me, I'm going to just say, and I feel like everybody know this already, like, streaming, for me, is really a detriment to the artist. You know what I mean? Because you're not really making that much off of streams. Like, a lot of people, numbers are inflated because of the streams, but a lot of these artists, when you see the money that they make, it's not coming from because somebody like Drake didn't make all his money because a nigga streamed his album 1 billion times. You made most of your money because you on tour. You getting paid for your performances. That's where most of your money is coming from. Your performances, your tours. You know what I mean? Streaming
to keep churning music out just to be able to go tour.
So then how do we measure? Is it even possible to measure like hits anymore or anything like that? Like, how do we measure like how great something is? Because
that's a good question, because also we had this. I mean, you know, Coyle Ray, she said, you know, back in the days, it was easy for you to define the icon, you know, Janet Jackson, Beyonce, Reese, Sierra, Missy. I mean, things change. So she asked him, what makes an icon in today? Streams, likes, numbers? Like, what makes you, you know what I mean?
Icon, icon.
All of those things right there: stage presence, vocals, cadence, fashion, versatility, choreography, artwork, bars. Like, does not matter. Oh,
God. Matter is crazy, but okay.
What do you want to see? I'll be honest. It doesn't even matter. She did it twice. It doesn't even matter anymore because it's so much going on in the industry. Viral moments, just essentially, yes. You don't have to invest literally or really mentally or emotionally into following an artist. You can just click it or swipe it, and there it is, and then it goes away just as fast, and you get less like of the experience of the context of the thing, like where it's from and what other artists they've worked with to create this thing. It's literally now just a thing you see in front of the screen, image, and then it goes away. It's just not.
You're right, but we also, to my point earlier, we live in a a digital age. We're not in the 1990s or early 2000s where you had to go to the store and buy the CD you want. Like now, whatever, if you want to listen to the new Drake album, if you want to listen to the new Lil Baby or whatever, all you gotta do is open your phone, Spotify, type Lil Baby in, there you go. Like I mean, it's more, it's easily digestible now. You know what I mean, it's right there in your hands.
I think
But,
that makes people like incurious. I think they don't bother to like look more into it. Who is this? Where are they from? Who have they worked with? And like, or what these samples that I'm hearing, where did that come from? Who is that? Go listen to this old song. Like, you have this whole computer in your hand that can show you anything, and you just you don't look. You don't go to see where this music is coming from, what's inspiring it, what are its influences. It's just like you just keep pressing the same button on Drake, or whoever, this, whatever is current on TikTok. And then, it's like flash in the pan attention because there's no reason to invest in it. They don't have to like develop any part of their craft. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to be an icon, going back to Coil Ray question, you either have to make a huge statement and stand by it, or you just have the old fashioned just be popular and just have everybody like you. You got to appeal to as many people as possible. That's the only way to do it. But either that or you got to stand for something. You got to be a symbol for something in order to be an icon. If you're not a symbol for something, then people are going to forget about you, and there's always going to be somebody else. But even if there's someone for you, like if you make yourself an icon, then you would have to pass the torch to someone else in that lane. So you would still be in essence that icon. So that's the only way to do it. You can't do it by just trying to be like everybody else and doing the popular thing. You got to be a whole new something.
All right, so speaking of the music being easily digestible for the fans to get to, what about the subject matter, the substance of the music? And I'm going to put this quote up real quick, and then, we'll get y'all take on it. Hold on, let me go back to these comments. Get this off the screen. So we had this statement right here. So Ice Spice, she said that, she don't consider herself a lyricist and purposely keeps her bars simple. She said, I wouldn't consider myself a lyricist. I do be having bars in my music, but they're just super simple. I want them to be digestible. I don't want them to fly over people's heads and they never catch it. I want people to hear it right away and be like, okay, that was cute. You know what I mean? So, like, is lyricism versus simplicity right now, is that the way to go for you to actually get your buzz going, for you to get your streams, your album sales, whatever? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times what I know as far as music, like the most lyrical people ever don't sell the most records. You know what I mean? They don't. Like, you can rap your ass off, you could be lyrical, spiritual, miracle, all you want, but ain't no niggas buying your albums, ain't no niggas streaming your shit. You know what I mean? But if you could say something that somebody could catch instantly and not have to pick up a Webster's dictionary to figure out what the fuck you just said, you know what I mean? That might work more to your favor in this day and age. So, like, is she on the right path here about just like keeping her bars simple for people to just easily digest it? You know what I mean? Instead of, as she said, bars flying over your head and you don't catch it the first time you hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ice Spice, I think she's smart I think whoever is on her team, or it's just maybe just her, she just knows how to just stay in her lane. You know what I mean? She takes the features that is offered to her. You know what sound you're getting with her. I think she's playing it real smart, and I don't think she should let people get in her ear about like how she's not lyrical, because that's what she's hearing. Like, that's the criticism that she's hearing, is that she's not a top rapper. You know what I mean? Probably even trying to compare her to like J. Cole and Kendrick's. Like, no, what we're doing is this is what we're doing. We're trying to be popular. We're trying to pop. We're trying to be hot for as long as possible. And I think she's playing it smart. I don't think Ice Spice should overcomplicate anything she's doing because it's working.
I agree, Angelica. I also agree with Angelica and Daquan. Simplicity is the new wave. You know what I mean? It is. Like, you know, and a lot of these songs are TikTok viral songs now. You know what I mean? So, you know. But Molly, what you think about this?
I think she's correct in saying that she's not a lyricist. I don't think she's incorrectly identifying herself in any way. She has a desire to, you know, make fun rap songs and do a, you know, put on for the girls, and so she does. She doesn't need to be more than she is. I don't think it's a brand new thing that, like, some songs that exist are I don't know, silly, like not even one hit wonders, but just artists who would never really go deep with their lyrics. And she's one of them. And it's not new either that people who are really, you know, talented and lyrical don't get the attention they deserve or whatever. They're critical darlings, but they don't have mainstream success. That's not new. So she's, you know, she is what she is, and there's an audience for it somewhere. Because of how easy it is to see stuff, she can appeal directly to that audience. Yeah.
So with this statement here, are we just basically saying RIP to lyricism?
I don't think it has to be so general. There are still very good artists that do well. Kendrick still exists in the world and makes music when he wants to. So
True.
You can pay attention to the music that you feel is substantial. And, you know, there will always exist songs that are more popular than they are meaningful. Yeah, that you can give as much to them as you want. Some of them are cute. I don't know about her songs particularly, but some songs that are less meaningful than they are fun are cute to have around sometimes. Not everything has to be on your fucking head, bars about all the entendres. Like that has its place as well. And that's not really, I don't want to hear her. I don't want to hear her try to talk about the anything. I don't want to hear it anyway. But
right.
I do not think it would work for her to try to do anything more than what she does.
We don't need Ice Spice trying to be the next.
I don't need it. Like that's fine. She over there doing her thing.
I don't have any issue with this statement at all. Like,
right. I mean, she didn't say anything wrong.
Like, she don't consider herself a lyricist. She told you why she doesn't consider herself a lyricist. She likes to keep her bars super simple, as she said. And I feel like in today's wave of music, that's what a lot of these artists are doing. Like, a lot of the new artists that I hear, that I come across, they're not really saying anything that, like, wows me. That's like, yo, you know what I mean? They pushing the envelope. They really pushing their pen. Because a lot of people just, when you want to hear a song, you want 2.5 minutes of, all right, this beat is hot. There's a couple catchy lines that I could put in the Instagram caption. That's it. You know what I mean? If you a real, you know, music listener, you like lyricism, of course, you're going to want to hear a J. Cole, a Kendrick, a Lupe Fiasco, shit like that. You won't, but, you know what I mean? For the casual fan, they just, all right, I want to easily digest this song. You know, listen to this 2.5 minute. The beat is fire. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could put this song on my Instagram caption or TikTok, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Because that's the age we in right now. So I don't have any problem with people making their bars simple. Because if you know your fan base, you know what you're going for. Like, she's not going for the hip-hop hits. That's not her lane. She's not in it to, you know what I mean, impress niggas like Ebro or some shit. That's not what she trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? She knows she know what she want. I'm fine with that. You're not a lyricist. You're just simple. Keep it simple. I mean, I don't need Ice Spice to all of a sudden turn into Rhapsody. I don't need that.
For real. Do your thing, and she doing good. You know
I appreciate that she knows her lane very clearly and has no reason to challenge it. And I don't understand anyone who would look to her for something more. What does Ice Spice have to say about Palestine? Like, I don't.
All she got to do is just.
She just
Like
wants to
I
do
hope,
her little
like
cute
yeah. All she has to do is just stay under the radar. Just keep doing what she's doing. She's gonna be here for a long time.
Right. I mean, but that's Ice busy. You know what I mean? She had to say what she had to say about that. You know what I mean? I know it's getting late, especially over in that Philadelphia area. So we gonna slide, you know what I mean? But before we go, I'll give y'all your album of the week and also the Who Said That, and then we'll see y'all next week.
My bad. Yeah, I gotta. After you do the album of the week, there's an album that's coming out that like I'm excited for. Matter of fact, I'll just tell y'all right now. Mr. Easy, he's about to drop an album.
Who?
Mr. Easy. He's one of my favorite Afro beats artists. The Evil Genius is the name of the album. Actually, it dropped. Is out.
Album review time.
Yes,
All
definitely album review.
All right.
Mr. Easy, ZI. Mr.
Gonna add that to the list. I got him right here. The Evil Genius. I see it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tune into it. We're gonna put that on the album review list.
I appreciate.
We're gonna get that on there. So yeah,
already.
Yeah, Mr. Easy. Make sure y'all check that out. You know what I mean, Angelica, no, she said it's out already. Oh, see, she tapped in. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna
let go, man. Let's go.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely tap into this joint. You know what I mean? So all right, Mr. Easy, I'm gonna tap in. But another album you can tap into for your album of the week, you know what I mean, is here we go. It's called Risk. You know what I mean?
Idman? Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So make sure y'all check that out.
What kind of music is this?
You know what I mean? It's it's like a R&B-ish.
R&B? All right.
You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that out. I mean, I liked it. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that out. It's a little EP joint, 7 tracks. You know what I mean? But make sure y'all check that joint out.
Somali Canadian.
Deep in her feelings.
Shout out to the Somali Canadians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's your
Whoops.
the forehead gave it away. You know what I mean? And then last but not least, hold on, what the fuck? All right, here we go, right here. Move. Who said that? You know what I mean? Angelica, yeah, definitely chill. You might get a violation. You know what I mean? All right, so here's your Who Said That. You know what I mean? Projects tore up. Gang signs is thrown up. Niggas' hats broke off. That's how we grow up. Why else you think shorties write rhymes just to blow up? Get their first card, then the IRS show up. He ain't never had shit, but he had that 9. Nigga came through flicking and he had that shine. Put 2 and 2 together. A little bad weather gonna be a whole family on that funeral line. You know what I mean? So who said that?
I know this.
It was not Kendrick.
No, that's not Kendrick. Kendrick's goes projects tour, gang signs throw up, cocaine laced in marijuana. That's what.
Mm-hmm. That's on Mad City, right?
Is it Ice Cube?
Not Ice Cube.
Is it Biggie?
It's not Biggie.
I know. Somebody.
Nas.
It's not Nas, but Nas was on the song. Angelica, let's go.
Kanye, all right.
It is Kanye West.
Right here in your face asking me what was the hint.
I just told you Nas is not on. That was the hint. Nas is not on the song. He said Nas. Nas was on the song. That was the hint. But yes, Kanye West, We Major. That's the song. You know what I mean?
I knew it.
Yeah, it's We Major, Kanye West. You know what I mean?
I could.
We major
Projects tore up, gang signs is thrown up. That's where Kendrick got the, you know what I mean? You know. But yeah, it's Kanye West, we major, you know. But yeah, that shit who said that. Next week we back. We got album reviews once again. You know what I mean? We got some different joints for you. You know what I mean? We got some Blink 182. You know what I mean? Some what's the boy Hosier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got Medusa, Sanford. You know what I mean? So, you know, we back. I mean, also we're gonna be reviewing the Milli Vanilli documentary as well. So, I mean, make sure y'all tune into that Milli Vanilli. Check that out. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, what it sound like another great episode. You know what I mean? We'll be back next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. You know,
Subscribe to that YouTube channel. What it sound like YouTube? What it sound like podcast YouTube channel? Please subscribe. Please and thank you. And we'll see you next week.
see
You know
y'all
what I mean?
next week.